So, find anything? Really? Is that so? I know the handwriting. That's Karamir. What else did you find? Anything else? Let me see. Well. This might actually help us. Anything else? I see. What do you say? Currently the Juneville Guard's ranks are a little sparse. A little inconvenient, I know, but all this chaos in recent times is starting to take its toll. Hardly any merchant vessels come here anymore, and the few who do expect us to stand guard while they take a shit. All while paying us next to nothing to anchor here. Like that idiot I was talking to before. Still, if there's a knife-wielding lunatic on the loose, we need to do something about it. So how's this? You find the murderer, and we'll pay you. It'll be dangerous, of course, but you look as though you can take care of yourself. Wise words. Follow the clues and tell me when you find something. I'll be right here. A merchant, rough and cunning. She gave us trouble once or twice over the past year, though I never took her for a murderer. Actually, I do. Just follow the coast to the west and you should find it. It's been deserted ever since the isolation, so be on your guard.
Yes?
What do you want? I guess you could call it that. Though he himself apparently considered it a bloody donation. 2 years. And I didn't get a fucking penny back. Spare me the subtle accusations and tell me why the fuck you're here. Doesn't surprise me. Aye, that one's mine. And I was planning to have 2 of me leg breakers pay him a visit later this week to give him a good beating. He sure deserved it. Craig. I never met anyone so fucking brazen. Swears to me that he doesn't have a coin to spare, and then buys jewelry from Ark the next day. Ah, that's what this is about. Well, sorry to disappoint you, love, but you're barking up the wrong tree. I had nothing to do with that man's death, and if you're smarter than a pussbug, you'd see why. First of all, I don't profit from his death. Now the money's gone for good. Second, I'm sure as fuck not a priestess. But I'm not a murderer either. I give loans, I want them back. Plus interest. End of story. You think this works any differently in Ark? You have a lot to learn, darling. I can't wait.
Sand. Bloody stuff is everywhere.
Ahoy, friend.
Lost on their way.
Be careful outside. They've said a sandstorm is coming pretty soon.
I had a feeling you'd show up. Well, not so good. The innkeep said they're expecting a ship roundabout next week. But with all that's going on in this country, I doubt it will happen. Let's just hope for the best. Well, not so good. The innkeep said they're expecting a ship roundabout next week. But with all that's going on in this country, I doubt it will happen. Let's just hope for the best.
Eternally tormented in agony and pain. Their suffering and despair, and endless wicked pain. Their life was without love, no faith, belief, or creed. Now punishment they'll suffer for every evil deed. Their life was corrupt.
Have you heard the news about the Magister? Word has it that he murdered 30 novices, then killed himself up in the temple. Lord Malphas, what has become of
You
this
mean,
world?
you laugh. A sad triumph, though. What? Huh. Got the golden sickle, just a couple of but when you take away, it's just, I don't know, empty. Pointless. And hey, of course that sounds odd coming from an innkeeper in a miner's town. Still, sure, people here are rough, but at the end of the day, they still have some kind of decency. Be careful outside. They've said a sandstorm is coming pretty soon.
In death, they are lost ones for eternity. They lurk in ancient ruins.
Walk.
Crouching in the
You know
dark.
begged, so
To railways, to any living spot. Their bodies are decaying, their minds are full of
Watch yourself out there. Ah, so you're the Outlander. Well, if you're asking, my money's on that sailor, Darius. Caramea's a crook, but that mess with Craig and his wife looks more like a crime of passion to me. I guess, but I'm pretty sure it's Darius. It has to be. I have a couple of bets running.
and depravity, or else you're lost one.
Just make no trouble and you'll be alright.
Keep your fingers to yourself, will you? This isn't Ark.
Our ancient world seems
Watch yourself out there. The sandstorms can get real ugly.
no place could keep him here.
Ahoy, friend.
He abandoned the way that Malphas foresaw. He followed a path of his own.
Craig and Sealer. Well, I'm not sure what I can tell you. I didn't see anything suspicious. Though I could imagine Caramea being involved in this. She's got a couple of skeletons in her closet. Good old intuition. Nah, don't mention it.
Move along.
Despising the path that was meant just for him, yet the dreams that he saw,
A fellow traveler. Want a trade?
Have to glow, were as distant as ever before.
Keep your fingers to yourself, will you? This isn't Ark.
As his eyes,
Yes.
he had lived his whole life under
Huh?
empty skies.
Take your time.
Boy asked him for the guiding path. He said, "Do not risk Malthus' wrath. 'Cause you stray in the void as the wayward wanderer, despising the path that is meant just for you. Yet the dreams that you see in the deep red."
What do you want? Darius? Aye, I know him. There's a merchant vessel westwards from Danville, currently loading fruit. He's working there. Sure.
Ahoy.
Letter? No, never. Sorry. What? Listen, if Craig sent you because of what happened at the lighthouse, tell him I'm sorry. I should never have hit him, even though I'll never forgive him for what he did. What the? Are you out of your mind or what? Piss off, for fuck's sake. You'll regret ever coming here. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Stop it! Blazes, what do you want from me? Why are you doing this? Me? But, I'm sorry, this is a lot to take in. I don't know what to say. Blazes, you're serious about this? Damn it, I didn't kill Craig or Syrah. Why would I do that? You know that already, don't you? Craig kept my part of our inheritance. He simply didn't tell me there was one when our father died 3 years ago. Because a fellow sailor from Doonville told me that Craig bought jewelry for his woman in Ark, and immediately sounded fishy to me. Craig never had a head for money, and working the plantations doesn't pay well, so I... Blazes. I still can't believe they're dead. Who on Vin would do this? I hired a mercenary who looked into it, and it's true. Our father had a small stash of 2,000 pennies, which Craig took all for himself. Trust me, I wish it weren't so. What do you think? I wanted answers. But the bloody fool insisted that our father didn't leave us an inheritance, and that he just found the money for the jewelry in front of his house one day. Ugh, made me snap. Aye, we beat the tar out of each other. Blazes, can you believe it? My brother is dead, and my last memory of him is a blasted brawl. Couple of bruises and cuts, no worse than I was. After we got it out of our system, we went back home. I to the ship, and he to Doonville. Let's talk about it again once we've cooled our heads a little. I guess that won't happen anytime soon, if what you say is true. Find the bastard who did this. I want to see him hanged, bled in an Iron Maiden. Promise me. Aye, he had always been a bad liar. He owed Karamea some money. Doonville's loan shark. Other than that, he had no enemies. Neither him nor his companion. Fine. I see why you're doing this. I can only hope you're going to find who really killed him. Let me tell the captain about this, then we can go.
Move along.
Yes?
Watch yourself out there. The sandstorms can get real ugly.
Huh?
Now to have some more chops.
Ah, there you are. I've been looking for you. There's something you should see. Darius Copperhammer's dagger. Hidden under a rock in the graveyard.
More scum coming in every day. Blazes.
Metal reflects
Where's this supposed
sunlight.
to lead us?
Something
Don't have
Darius
room for so
apparently
many
forgot.
people.
Several of his fellow sailors confirmed it. Yes, he doesn't deny that the dagger is his, but claims that someone stole it and is trying to frame him. As far as I'm concerned, the matter is clear. What did your little visit to Karamea uncover? I did some research myself while you were hunting down Darius and Karamea. According to a friend from the guard, one of her debtors had a fatal accident 2 years ago. A fisherman, 60 winters old. In other words, the woman clearly isn't a nun. Problem is, the Overseer wants the matter solved. Now. They'd send them right back to us or hang them both. To Ark folk, us Dunevillers are all pathless scum. In Duneville, we solve our own problems. Prison or the gallows, I don't know. You see my problem? Honestly, no idea. This is as much my case as it is yours. What do you say? Darius or Karamea? And I guess it's up to me, isn't it? Great. Either way, thanks for helping out. Here, you earned this. I need a bloody drink now. Come on, I'm buying.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. Rumors circulate.
Yeah?
Rumors
No,
about
I
the
just
horrible
put them
events
out
of
for
the
you to
past
look
years.
at.
They
Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
all peaceful souls, driving them to deeds of pathless atrocity.
help you?
Mm-hmm.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have
Midnight. Between cobblestone and execution. Between darkness and light.
Well, girl, it's not as if I said we'd need an escort from the beginning. You really were lucky. I hope you know that.
Thanks for reminding me. Now look at that, talking of the Black Guardian.
There you are. Good to see you back in one piece. Pathira told me everything. Had I known you'd be up against an entire gang of highwaymen, I would have sent reinforcements. But it seems you really do know how to handle yourself in a fight. Did you find the steering unit? Splendid, that's it! Good work, here's your pay. And since you're here already, there is something else you might assist us with, and it will be just as lucrative. Something that makes it the ideal place to go if you're suicidal and you're looking for a quick way out. You're an outlander, aren't you? How can I explain that without going beyond the scope? Dalmeric. Does the name ring a bell? He was an arcanist who lived about 2,000 years ago. Back then, the Order planned to build a second great city here in Enderal, situated in a region we now call Goldenforst. But, as it turned out, the place was everything but a good choice for a settlement. No crops would grow there, and the water made the settlers sick. So 3 years after the founding of the first settlement, Malif, the Order forced the settlers to abandon the mission and return to Ark. But, as things are with vain personalities, Dalmeric, who had been in charge of the mission, didn't like that idea at all. Malaf had been his dream, and so he wanted to hold on to it no matter what the price. One of his ways to do so was a device he called the Sun Wheel, an old Pyrean construction which was meant to make the barren lands fertile again. You can figure out the rest. One night there was a bright flash of light, and since then Thalgard has been contaminated. Apart from a few animals and the Sunborn, savages whose brains have been rotted by the green fog there, it's deserted. In the first few centuries to follow, the fog spread as far as Goldenforst, but by now it's receded from there. Energy. Horst's frame might be complete, but he still lacks a source of energy. One that doesn't exhaust itself. Similar to Pyrean crystals, only much more resourceful. Evidently, the only ones capable of creating something as genial are starling tinkerers. The only problem is that the plans for such an energy core have been lost for centuries now, as have its prototypes. However, Agnod might still have one.
Just cut to the chase, will you, Master? Nog is an old starship that was constructed centuries ago in Anku, the great Starling city on Nerim. The spearhead of Starling craft built to reclaim the forgotten homeland, blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. It crashed on the first test flight.
In which it got from Nerim to as far as Enderal within a day's travel. A little more respect, please, Pathira. Anyway, fact is, until now, everybody believed the ship had crashed right into the Red Sea, a few miles before the Sun Coast. It didn't. It lies buried in the Endralian Frostcliff Glacier.
I have already scouted the perimeter. It is completely enclosed with ice. But with an aptitude, one can find a way in. The energy core we need is, where else could it be? In the heart of the ship, the generator room. And this is where you come in. I can get inside by myself, but I bet my left hand that the Tinkerers have come up with a whole arsenal of nasty defense mechanisms to process any intruders into dust, bones, or puddles of flesh. I will go on ahead and try to deactivate as many traps as possible, but I might still need your help getting to the core. You have a map, don't you? Here, this is where you should find the ship.
And as I said, Find us the core and your payment will be baronial. Best you get going as soon as possible. In the meantime, I will take a look at the steering unit.
I'll see you in Agnod. As I said, I'll try to deactivate as many of the defense mechanisms as possible. But still, you should prepare for resistance. Well, well, you sure did take your time, didn't you? So, are you ready? The energy core is, as expected, still intact, but we'll need some cleverness to get to it. I said I'll see what I can do, and that I did. I deactivated most of the traps, and if I hadn't done that, you probably wouldn't be here anymore. As for those Centurions, nothing I can do about them. Sorry. Well, I can only speculate, but Starling technology is as genial as it is complex. They say that building Agnog took about 7 decades, and then, phew, just like that, a misplaced cog and the whole thing goes to shit. Must have been pretty frustrating for the engineers. That's pretty easy. Well, that is if you know what you're doing. We need to deactivate the energy current that surrounds the core. If we don't do that, anyone who touches the core will be turned to roast beef in seconds. So, this is what we'll do. You open the valves, and I control the flushing of energy. There are 4 valves in total. Open them all. Very good. That did the trick. Now, take the core. Ouch. That must have hurt, didn't it? Sorry, this isn't personal, but I saw how you can fight. And with what I plan to do, I can't afford any extra risks. There's no way I can let that old fool have the machine. It is a masterpiece, probably the greatest Starling achievement since they built this ship. And what does he do? He calls it horsed and treats it like a bloody pet. Why the heck do geniuses always need to be lunatics as well? Dal Terowin is a damn fine tinkerer, but he doesn't even remotely understand the potential of this apotheosis. He sees the Centurion as some kind of crutch with which he can prolong his life. That's just pathetic. Immortality. Just think what you could do with it in the right hands. I will lead my people, the Starlings, back to their old glory. It's for the greater good. I'm sorry.
Bethira, this is madness! You don't know what you're doing there!
Oh, believe me, I do. More than you ever did. Do you even realize how pathetic you are, Master? You... Ugh, great. I knew I shouldn't have taken chances.
You, by the ancient fathers, help me! Bethira, she controls him! You need to stop her!
I think he figured that out by himself, don't you? I guess it's time to test what this thing can do. What? No!
By the stars! This was bloody unnecessary! Why did she do that? I just don't get it. Dead? No, but inactive. Her consciousness is still linked to Horst, his soul, if you will. She did it. She actually did it. Foolish girl. She always was too impulsive. Lead our people back to glory? By the stars, how stupid can a person be? We are starlings, damn it, not bloody imperialists. We live to quest, to fulfill the prophecies, not to... You see, this is what happens when a juvenile zeal meets powerful technology. She was always snappy, but I really didn't see that coming. Anyway, I suppose I have to do it all again. Disassemble Horst, retrieve his consciousness core, and then put him back together. Then I'll think about what to do with Pathira. Maybe I'll transfer her into something else. I've always wanted a talking paperweight. Just a joke. Of course, I'm not a murderer, but when that time comes, I will make sure to have a dozen guards beside me. She can look forward to some nice months in prison, and then she can go look for another master. Stupid girl. So much potential wasted. But save for the drama, you did a good job. I now have all that I need, and Pathira proved that the transfer, the apotheosis, is possible. In that regard, thank you. You will get your reward and Pathira's share of it too. Here, take this key. Back in the lobby, you'll find a small casket right beside the fireplace. What's in there is yours. Again, thank you. Ah, you! Good to see you.